Yarona FM, Live the Music is a brand new one by Lecrae and Tasha Cobbs. It's called Your Power. Bring us to 11:08 on Yarona FM. If you've just tuned in, the show is called The Revolution. My name is Kellz. We are here up until midnight. And yeah, man, thank you for choosing us. Thank you for choosing Yarona FM. Thank you for choosing The Revolution. We have an hour to go. And yeah, man, we're getting into another interview. I'm joined in studio by a local hip-hop gospel artist, man. He's been with Excalibur before. He loves God. He's passionate about hip-hop gospel. Help me welcome General in studio.
Yeah.
How you doing, my brother?
I'm good, man.
It's
Happy
been
to be
a
here.
minute, man. It's been a minute.
Long minute.
Yeah.
A long minute. Fun fact. I've actually shared a stage with Lecrae before.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah. This deserves this. This deserves this. Hey. This was about what,
2011.
2011, yeah, when Lecrae was in town.
When Lecrae came, yeah.
And a lot of people didn't know who Lecrae was,
yeah,
unfortunately,
that was crazy,
at the time.
That was crazy, yeah.
Yeah, but those used to be the good days.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, tell us a bit about General for those who don't know who General is.
Just real quick, taking it back, born in Zambia, in Ndola.
Right.
Then moved here 4 days after my 4th birthday. But I was coming here, but we moved permanently here.
Right.
And I grew up in Gaborone my whole life, and I was really surrounded by music.
Right.
People have known my whole life, like German Dollar were classmates of mine.
Yeah.
Then
Rainbow.
Yeah, Rainbow. Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah, for
you
real.
went to Rainbow?
I went to Rainbow.
I went to Rainbow too.
I was in the for real.
Yeah.
I was in the same class with German Dollar.
Oh, okay.
Then Lizibo joined.
Yeah.
Then, I was neighbors with other artists, and cast used to come around the neighborhood. It was just like I was surrounded by. I'm on a first name basis. There are a lot of people, and I mean 2 degrees, 3 degrees of separation. There are a lot of artists around. So yeah. So then so I started probably rapping around 10 years old.
10?
Yeah.
Wow.
Then 11, 12, we used to come here to try and jump into Sprite rap activity.
Yeah, I still remember Sprite rap
Yeah.
activity.
Yeah. So with my boy, a neighbor of mine at that time, Tobo Kireka, who started like Mahosi. Yeah,
Mahosi.
So so we used to come here. He managed to make it through to the finals.
Yeah.
I made it to just the monthly finals. Then from there, we both had the same mentor who was mentoring us, MSK.
Yeah.
And he got to get a deal through with Ramco and stuff. Then just around that time, schooled, so Rainbow. Then I went to Lahai. Then I did Maikano. Then Maikano did Liduma. From there, oh man, it was just like journey of life.
You are now born again, right?
Yes.
You used to do a lot of secular hip hop.
Yes.
Yeah, but before we talk music, let's talk a bit about your journey with the Lord. When were you born again?
Hey man, late bloomer. So my mom started going to church around when I was like 7 years old. Everybody used to go. It was one of those, I'm locking the house unless we go to church. Then around 12, I became like a rebel. I stopped going. I started for real, like following God around 21, 22. And it was actually because of Christian hip hop, an artist called Lecrae.
Right.
Not Lecrae, sorry, The Truth.
Oh yeah,
The Truth had there was this song called The Resurrection.
What is it? 136 Click. What is it called again?
Cross Movement.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So then I heard one of his lyrics and it was just very powerful. Something I was questioning about life, and it kind of had like, okay, I think God is the way, and then my wife, jumbled. My mom took me to prayer, and the pastor said, "Yo, I think God has got a bright future for you, but I don't. You need to be
rooted.
Yeah, you need to be rooted." Then he prayed for me, and after that prayer, I remember I had a desire to just start going to church.
Is it?
And in my neighborhood, it was like very funny going to church, man, because it was like because they knew me as this guy,
the cool guy.
Yeah, so I remember telling one friend who was like a mentor, music mentor of mine, that I'm going to church, and I was telling him very like I'm going like I'm on drugs. It was just this thing where I'm like, hey man, no. nowadays, man, I can pick up the Bible. And he's like, no, it's okay, man. Just go through your journey in life. Yeah. So yeah, I was questioning because I'm in church now. I'm like, should I still be doing music?
Yeah.
Should I really still be doing music? And one thing led to another. The music started becoming cleaner and cleaner until I said, okay, no, let me start this Christian music thing. Yeah. Then I just looked at the scope of everything. I was like, no, I'm gonna need to build a team, and that's how Excalibur came about.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Tell me a bit about Excalibur. What happened though, dude?
Yeah.
You guys had something good going on there.
Yeah. So exclusive. I haven't told anyone this.
Right.
Or it hasn't been told publicly.
Yeah.
So you're gonna get that exclusive.
Yeah, no. We deserve this. We deserve this.
Yeah. So Excalibur was like for me, like I took it as a sprint when it should have been a marathon. So very early in my Christian life, I took on this thing, took on many artists, and there was a lot of competence to it. First, there was a record label, it was a ministry, there was a business element, there was an artist development side of it, and I took on quite a lot, thinking that the journey was going to be a 3-4 year old journey. Halfway in it, I realized, whoa, this is bigger than I thought it was. So I was already sprinting. I didn't pace myself enough.
Yeah.
So that plus when faith-wise, a lot of the people that were above me saw some of the charisma and everything in me and wanted me to go the pastoral route. So when I said, no, I'm going to do music, they're like, okay, no, do your music. Once you're done there, you will come back and do the thing. But I didn't feel like I didn't feel the pastoral route.
Yeah.
I just felt the music thing. But I was like, okay, let me just do this real quick because I trust these guys. The pastoral thing will come. So I didn't pace myself well. I didn't have enough mentors around me, enough guidance. So, I got to the point where mentally it just blocked me. I couldn't handle everything.
Right.
And then some artists got frustrated. One artist in particular got off the contract and asked for an exit contract, and then then the others just let the contract ride out and stuff, and then I couldn't carry on. I basically quit for a while, and last year, man, I remember I'm like thinking, man, what if I get back, what if I get back to doing music, and I remember waking up, I married. I'm going on 5 years now.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I'm going on 5 years.
Wow.
Yeah,
wow.
So I remember waking up and, turning to my wife and asking her the dumb question, are you asleep? Yeah. Then I'm waking up and telling her questions in the night, like, yo, what if I went back to doing music? And, the surprise, the funny part about it is she was never the rapper's girlfriend or the rapper's wife, so she never had those. I'm late and I'm in the studio. Yeah, we got a performance. We got this and this. So it was a lot for her to take on. Plus, you already set up your marriage. So we're going this way. Right. Then now, I'm starting to be a rapper again and everything. So yeah, we just had to do like a little bit of an adjustment there, and be very accommodative. But nowadays it's nice because technology is advanced. Yeah. From the time we stopped, like there's streaming, and you can actually set up something more like so that you don't disturb the frequency of how things happen. So yeah, I'm just trying to figure it out. But now I'm learning this whole streaming thing and this new thing. So I'm back. I'm excited as well. Yeah.
Now, tell me about the reception though. How did you think Botswana have received Christian hip hop or gospel hella in general? How has the reception been?
Yeah, it's interesting because when we were doing Excalibur, it was a learning process because there was there's the old type, which we call the gospel music, right, which has like also some roots in South Africa and stuff. Then there's the gospel music, Black American. Then there's just contemporary Christian music. Then there's us who come in with a new vibe and a new style as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, the young people, when we were doing what we were doing, the young people, it felt like a voice for them. So they really cleaned on. Right. So we had a strong following amongst like your young people, late teenage, university going age and stuff. They took it on quite well.
Right.
Or what I didn't do well at that time is understand how to make it longevity, how to create longevity, and how to help groom some artists as well.
Yeah.
Because but they do, if you have a good product, they do love your music.
Right.
Yeah, I'm calling it product, but if you have a good song, it people do love and do accept it.
Let's talk about your transitioning process from secular to now hip hop gospel. How easy or difficult was it?
Hey man, it was difficult. It was because I had a persona, with rap, and that's the thing. With rap, you develop an image.
Yeah.
Certain thing people know you by, and I remember one of the guys said, "Look, I want to work with you. I want to give you a deal." And I remember, I'm a Christian. Why is this guy trying to give me a deal?
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, I want to do. Let me go. Let me just open the Bible. Let me hear what God says about this thing. So there's this verse, John 16 verses 33. I'm not sure if that's exactly the one. It says, "I've told you this, that you may have peace by being united in me.
Yeah.
In this world you have many trials and many tribulations, but be brave because I have defeated the world."
Right.
And I considered that like, look, if people judge me and whatnot, I have peace because I'm with Christ.
Absolutely.
This whole transition is going to be a trial, but I just need to be brave because the world is defeated, And and the burden of bringing change to people's lives was greater than the shame of looking like the weirdo, positive vibe.
I hear you.
Yeah. So when that burden overtook, then I just said, I just need to do this for. Yeah, man. There were so many like amazing things that happened then. We had a chance to go to different like prisons, ministries.
Wow. Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
How did that go? Though? How did the prisoners receive you as well?
Yeah, there's certain songs. So there's we went there, we did a couple songs, they loved them, but there's a certain song some songs that resonated with them so much that they were like, yo, you need to do that song again. It was a song we did called Vatse, and we actually did it about 3 times, and from there, they did a gospel presentation, and some of the guys said, you know what, I want to give my life to Christ. So that was crazy. Yeah, and also we were like, I was also a part of something called Unashamed movement, Botswana. I don't know if you ever heard of Unashamed.
I know about it.
Yeah,
I
great.
Bob, Palai.
Yeah. So Palai and I were like close. We used to do like a lot of like He was the chairman. I was vice.
What happened to that as well? Because that was a big movement.
Yeah, I think
that was a big movement.
Something similar as well. Pacing, understanding the pacing, having good mentors and leaders around us that would not try and steward us into a pastoral role, but also just see this as something that can grow as well. Yeah. So that's something that faded away. Shouldn't have.
Yeah.
Man, I mean, we were young. A year into being Christian. So there's a lot of things that came up just during the whole thing,
But what was the mandate? Because I saw you guys used to do a lot of walks.
Yes.
What is the mandate?
So it happened immediately after the Lecrae concert because that was called Unashamed. Then what happened is when there were so many young people together, and the first time a lot of people kept saying this thing, like, I go to school with this person.
Yeah.
I had no idea they were Christian.
Oh, nice.
I go to school with this, I've been talking to this person. I have no idea you're a Christian. And now it's like, oh, let's do this. Let's live this unashamed. Let's have this inter-church connection amongst us. Yeah, then there was also like a prayer walk that was happening globally called God Belongs in My City.
Yeah.
And wanted to bring it here.
Yeah.
So the first meeting, it was just 30 guys that said, hey, we're having this meeting from the thing because we just felt like, that it couldn't just be a concert. Let's meet up. So it was 30 people that came up. Then we decided to go up Kale. It was 100 and something people that came up. Then it just the numbers kept to the point when we had the first prayer walk. It was like probably over 1,800 people.
Amazing.
That showed up for that. We sold in 3 weeks. We sold about 800 t-shirts to the point we could have sold more t-shirts. It's just that capacity wise we were stuck. But it was just there was a lot of prayer as well happening. We used to pray towards the 6 months leading to the prayer walk. We used to pray every Monday with a couple of people from UB, a couple of young people that used to come up. We used to pray for the walk, pray for the nation. Yeah, like a lot of we used to. There's a water crisis at that time, and we were praying for water as well. I remember there was a very interesting time where we prayed for the president. Then, as we were praying for the president, some of the students, UB, it was just right near UB, so they were going back to their class.
Yeah.
As they walked across the road, the president passed, and he waved at them. And at that time, so this is. SKI. He wasn't very wavy and very interactional. So that was
had to wave.
Yeah, and he moved. He pointed there. He looked directly at them and waved, and we're like, "Whoa!"
Interesting.
Yeah, because they came back screaming like, "Wow!" He waved. We're like, "Whoa!" Okay, that was crazy.
Listen, let's not talk music, but before music, let's get a sample some of your new music now.
For sure.
So music, it's great music of General. What's the name of that song?
All in My Heart.
Tell me a bit about the song. What's that song about?
Yeah, that's the first song I recorded, just coming back into music as well. So yeah, I was writing it for my wife. Funny enough, that's what I had. I didn't want to force anything Christian-y, anything Jesus-y. I was just like, okay, let me just make a love song. And then, after I did that, funny enough, a lot of friends of mine just said, hey, I played that for my wife as well. So I did a music video where there was a couple that was actually a married couple that I got as actors for the music video. They did, it was like a picnic thing. So it was so nice that people were like, yo, I'm so encouraged, After the pandemic, I've been unable to during the pandemic, I've been unable to do something romantic for my wife. I was thinking of Cape Town as a trip, but I can just simply do like a picnic and stuff. So it was really encouraging. I was like, oh wow. With everything happening right now with marriages and stuff, I was just feeling like, oh man, this can encourage a lot of people,
Nice, nice. There's a message here. I used to attend those prayer walks and worship concert. Beautiful times it was. I was actually thinking about it all a few weeks back. It was a beautiful initiative bringing Christian youth together. Mara, what happened?
Yeah, man.
You don't want to go into details, but
I mean, like I was saying, like we were young. If we had good accountability around us, if we paced ourselves well, that's something that would have continued as well. But guys, it's not over. It is not over. It just takes a couple of people coming up, starting to move. Then we can also join in and continue. If you feel the burden, let's continue. Let's continue. Like it's not over. Hey, I'm back, what other people can come back and we can do this very, very well.
Yeah, +26739111066 if you have any question for General. That's the WhatsApp line, +26739111066, or you can call us up on 39111066. That's the studio line. All right, let's talk about production, man. Who's behind your production?
So I work with a guy called Stretch Gotti.
The tall guy.
Yes, the tall guy.
That guy's production is amazing.
Yeah.
Senti.
Yes.
Yeah.
Senti. Yeah. So he was also a part of Excalibur as well. And just coming back, I was telling him, look, I want to come back, but I have no idea how to go about this new thing. And he's the one who was gracious with his time as well. Yeah. I had a friend for this particular beat. I have a friend called Touch. So I told Touch, yo, Touch, I got this idea in my head. can you make it a melody? He hasn't made beats in a very long time, so he started making the melodies and stuff. Then Then he just got there.
Tell me though, do you make music? Why do you make music? Is it for money? Is it for God? Is it to inspire people? Why do you make music as a Christian hip hop artist?
I think the biggest thing for me is encouraging. Yeah, encouraging and inspiring. I wanna see people uplifted.
Yeah,
that's the biggest thing for me. So even just coming back now, it's not really about the money,
yeah.
but the money helps everything sustain.
Right.
The biggest mistake I did when we were doing Excalibur was I was really not focused about the money. The first 3 years we never charged anybody anything, and that was very difficult for us to. It became very difficult for us to sustain what we were doing as well. So no, the money helps you sustain. So then also now you also do it for to be able to reach out and reach as many people as possible.
You did mention that at some point you took a break, you took a step back, and we see that happening to a lot of gospel artists, whether it's hip hop gospel, whether it's contemporary. People are. What do you think the challenges within the gospel industry? Why do people keep going back? I don't know. There's people who have just disappeared, more sinning, and then you never see them come back. What's the challenge? I mean, you've been on the ground.
I think I'll be honest. I think discipleship is a big thing. Then also understanding that. Sometimes you're too much on the business side and trying to make money, but sometimes you're also too much on the ministry side. And I feel like everything deserves a good balance so that you can weigh it out well and move well. So sometimes when somebody becomes too much on the ministry side and things are not balancing and things are not expanding, they start being frustrated. Oh God, I'm serving you, I'm reaching out, and I feel like I'm just getting drained, and life is passing me by, which is something that happened to me. Because it was a great sacrifice. Like one of the things I did studying Excalibur was I left my job, and I ran deep in full time, and I had artists that were growing up, that were also like, they were starting, some of them were getting married and all these other things, and their lives were changing. So what I needed to happen at that time was me readjusting the expectations, readjusting the new vision, so that we can accommodate people as they grow. So that's another thing, like there's discipleship element also, just growing. People tend to grow in different stages, so the most important thing is you pace yourself well, so that you know that, okay, if this stage of my life comes, what do I do? Do I step back for a little bit, or do I continue slowly?
Where's Fairhope? Was Fairhope part of Excalibur?
No, Fairhope was not, but he was a good friend of us as well.
He got married as well, and then he's a bit quiet. You mentioned pastoral earlier on. You did mention what you had to choose between, but you decided, let me go the music route first, and then after the music, maybe I might just. So what? Are you called to be a pastor, or?
I don't think I am. I don't think I am. I just feel like it's this combination of when they see the gifting being more charismatic in a young person. I feel like it's just a cliche of saying, this guy I think can be a pastor. But it happens so often. I haven't. If God says, well, when you just need to go be a pastor, which He hasn't said, I'll go. But I don't think I'm called to be. I don't think I'm called to be a pastor. It's been something that was a wrestle for me for a very long time, until I just had to come to grips with it. That I don't think this is for me as well.
I don't think you're the only person who struggle with that. Any person, a lot of people who are in the music industry, especially gospel, when they step into that, when they step into the gospel scene, there's that confusion about what am I really called to do? Am I called to be in the pulpit? Am I really called to be? There's that whole confusion. And one thing I know is God can use you in your area of influence.
Yes.
Whatever talent that you have, God can use you to touch lives through the talent that He has given.
Like I mentioned, man, I'm positioned. I mean, if you can use that for example.
Yeah.
Like I grew up around a lot of the influential artists. I mean, I can mention so many names.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I feel like that there's a reason for that.
Mm.
I'm one call away from a lot of artists, and you would be surprised. There's an artist, Circular. He does it. You know, every time he mentions Jesus in a song or maybe something to do with God, he'll send me the song first.
Oh,
so,
nice.
so that he was like, yo, man, am I outstepping here?
Yeah.
How's this going?
Yeah.
Then I'll be like, no, I think this is fine. Please just don't curse when you're talking about this. Like, yo, no,
yeah.
for sure,
Yeah.
I won't do that. Then you change his lyrics and then release the song.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, so there's I'm seeing the area of influence in that area.
Right.
Yeah. So yeah. Look, if God says something, I will, you know. But he hasn't said anything, you know.
All right. Listen, man. Any album coming soon? Are you working on any album? What are you cooking currently?
So currently, I'm doing an EP.
Yeah.
I got an EP out, and I'm gonna be doing a bit more EPs as well. Then I'm also looking for features. If you guys wanna jump on, work with me, do like we
yeah, I think
I'm open for that. Yeah,
like a DJ Khaled, you know.
Yeah.
DJ Khaled never does anything in songs. He's just chilling there, and you hear his voice, and then this is Khaled's song, but he doesn't even say anything.
Yeah, if we get a performance, man, I'd love you to come in and DJ and let's work on something together. I think that would be really
nice. Nice.
When was the last time you did something like that?
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah,
it's been a while.
Yeah, let's get busy, man.
No, absolutely. Yeah. Man, talking of being busy, how can one get hold of you for bookings, collaborations, or for music?
Yeah, so GENIROL, General, that's the tag on every social media. Then general@gmail.com is my email. Listen, I'm a new artist, just send. There's no dumb request or anything. I'll probably reply now before things get busy. So yeah, rather send your request or feature or whatever or suggestion. We'll make it happen now.
Nice one, my brother. Thank you so much for coming through to the studio. We're gonna close off with one of your songs. It's called "Come Over."